Start.
So there's 3 questions that we ask about petting. They're in order.
Okay.
And the first question is, will the dog voluntarily either come within hand's reach or let you walk within hand's reach of him? Okay? A lot of the time during the visit today, his answer's been no.
Right.
Like he's going under there. But now, he's said yes. Okay?
Right.
Good boy. The second thing we do is you express to the dog that you want to go into his personal space.
Okay.
And this is like people reaching out to let the dog sniff and stuff, which is fine, but you don't actually touch him. I'm going to reach out close to him. I'm going to let him sniff, but this is the part that's important. You have to wait and see what he does after he's done sniffing.
Okay.
Because what a lot of dogs will do is you'll reach out and they'll come forward and they'll go, and then they'll go.
And we don't pick up.
Right. Well, we don't wait long enough. As soon as the dog comes forward and sniffs, people start to pet them, and the dog hasn't had time to decide whether it wants you to pet him or not. All right? If during any of these phases I see anything from the dog that tells me he's withdrawing from the touch, you know, his head ducks down, turns sideways, if the dog gets really stiff, like sometimes they just go, or he leans away, like if I'm reaching over here and he sort of goes, that's your no.
Okay.
And you pull your hand away. Okay?
Okay.
So I do still have a bubble. All right, so I'm going to let him sniff. He's still telling me yes to the first question because he hasn't left.
Right.
So here comes, I'm going to actually start with my left hand.
Okay.
Because when I was working with him earlier, he's more nervous about my right hand than my left hand.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
And some dogs are sided like that. And I think sometimes it's like if they live in homes with right-handed people, and you tend to always pet the dog with your right hand, then the dog becomes more or less comfortable with that hand.
Gotcha. Okay.
Bandit. Good boy. All right. So now I'm getting question number 1, yes. Question number 2, I'm going to put my hand out a little ways. I wait to see what he does. He's not withdrawing so far. He's, of course, licking the hot dog off my hands. Good boy. I'm just going to go ahead and reward him for hanging out there. So he licked. At first his head went down, and then I was like, and he swung around, and then he settled right back to his original position. So I was probably okay to try to touch him then. All right? So the third question then that comes right after is, can I actually touch you? And I typically try, because my hand's there, I usually try to touch the dog along the side of the face first. Because a lot of dogs are really uncomfortable if you go over the head or directly under the chin. And my hand is then not blocking any part of his body. If I go over his head, right now I can't see his eyes. And his eyes might be telling me something really important, like I'm thinking about munching on your finger. So, because I pulled my hand back, I have to start over. Still got a yes to question 1. Now I'm going to question 2. I'm watching his ears. Now I'm going to touch him. There's my no. His head moved back, and he took 1 foot
Step back.
over to the side. That's my no.
Wow.
Now I'm going to show you the right hand. Start over. You always start over at question 1 every time. So I still have a yes to question 1. Good. Here comes question 2. And there's my no.
I missed it because I missed it.
He moved his front feet backwards.
He moved his front feet backwards.
Here's question 2 again. Now I'm going to, even if he says no, I'm going to push this just a little bit because I want you to see it. So this actually isn't too bad. He's actually pushing back into my hand a little bit,
And that was a yes.
which would be okay.
Okay.
All right. Sometimes the dogs don't move away because they're about to bite you. It's just because right now they're like, well, I don't want petting, I want cookies
Okay.
or whatever.
Okay.
But with a dog that has a history of biting, it's always better to err on the side of caution.
Okay. Right.
Now the thing about him, you can cut it off for right now.